Oh, hey. It's your boy Tiki Andy, and I'm joined here today by my critter. This is Finn. All right, today we're gonna make 2 drinks for you. Still continuing my Pokemon-inspired line of cocktails. Today we're gonna make a Pikachu for the adults, and I'm gonna make a Gengar for the critters. So something without alcohol in it that they can have a good time with you. So if you're making a cocktail for yourself, they can feel involved as well. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me. If this is your first time to the Moai Pakele, well, welcome in. It's very nice to have you. Looking forward to sharing a cocktail with you. If it's returning, if you've been here a couple times, well, welcome back. I hope you've liked the video. I hope you drop a sub for me. I really appreciate that. It's really helping the channel out there and grow a little bit. So let's get started on our Pikachu. First up, this is a shake and drink. So you're gonna need a shaker with a whole bunch of ice in there. Now when I say a whole bunch of ice, you really only need it like a third of the way up in the glass, because really what you're doing here is just making it real cold. So that when you shake it and you pour it out, it's gonna have no ice in it, so the drink needs to be real cold for your glass. So what are we gonna start with today? All right, we're gonna start with our gin. So here's some gin. So I use Beefeaters. Tanqueray works sometimes. Bombay also works. So whatever you got in your house, make it with some good gin. You want 1.5 ounces of gin. And again, this is going to be a shaken martini style cocktail, so you're not going to use a ton of ingredients. Now this one is a little bit harder to find, but it's going to give it that beautiful yellow color for our Pikachu. This is Galliano. It's a botanical alcohol. It's a heavy alcohol, so about 43%. It's like a yellow chartreuse. A little bit harder to find, but you can usually find Galliano in your grocery store if they have a pretty decent alcohol section, or you can go to your local liquor store, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna have this. So you want a little bit less than 1 ounce of Galliano, or the yellow chartreuse. And that's gonna give it that beautiful yellow color, right, Critter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's gonna make it yummy. All right, next up, you've got your juices. So you've got lime juice and lemon juice to give it that zing, the citrus flavor that you really want in one of these cocktails. So about 1/2 ounce of lemon, 1/2 ounce of lime. I got my lime in there. I'm gonna pour in my lemon. What do you think, my man? Is this gonna be good?
Yeah.
Yeah? I think so too. All right, we've got our lemon and our lime in there. We need a little bit of simple syrup to cut through the harshness of the botanical as well as the citrus. So a little bit of simple syrup in there. Give it that sweetness. Now when you're making a shake and drink, sometimes you got an egg white in there. Don't be afraid of the egg whites. I just use the Egg Beaters egg whites. You can find it at any grocery store in the section. It's a raw egg white, but it's all pasteurized, so it's no different than like drinking milk. So it's fine for you. Scares people off a little bit, but adds a really nice frothiness to your drink and a nice airiness to it when you shake it up really well. So you just need a little bit of egg white in there. And then you give this bad boy a nice shake. Now when I like to shake this, you can go with like a 30-second shake, or what you want to do is get it to where the outside of your shaker is nice and cold, and you can feel it, and you can feel the condensation coming in there. So kind of give it a nice big shake here. Get all bougie on it, super fancy, do whatever you want. Have a good time with it. Now you gotta have your cup out. I'm using a coupe glass. You can use a martini glass too if you don't have a coupe glass. That is totally fine and acceptable. Now you don't want the ice in there, so you do want to strain this. I've got a strainer on my on my shaker. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Look at that. All right. We've got a beautiful yellow cocktail in the vein of a Pikachu, but what I'm gonna add to it here is some orange bitters, just to finish off the flavor and give it a little something extra of depth. Just 2 little dashes of that bad boy, and take a sip and see how it is. Let's see. That's fantastic. What you get is that botanical flavor from the Galliano or the yellow chartreuse you use, that real kind of spiciness and floral flavors that come through really well. The zing comes from the citrus, the lemon and the lime really kind of punches through there, and the bitters gives it a nice bit of depth, while the egg white gives it that beautiful froth at the top and makes it feel really light and airy. That's a delicious cocktail. What do you think, buddy? Cool?
Yeah.
Look like a Pikachu?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right on. You dig it?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's make yours. What do you think?
Okay.
All right, I'm moving all this stuff out of the way. We're gonna make a drink for the critters. So those are the kiddos, no alcohol in these ones. It's just gonna be nice and delicious. All right, so here, we're gonna start with making a purple drink. This one's inspired by the Gengar. If you watched one of my last videos, you saw me make an alcoholic version of a Gengar inspired drink as well. So here's one for the kiddos because my kid said, hey, can I have one of those? I said, absolutely not, but let me see what I can do for you. So this one's gonna be real simple. It's gonna be a variation of a Shirley Temple. So I'm gonna start off with ice in my glass, get some 7-Up or Sprite or any kind of like citrusy soda you got, right in the glass. Careful of the foam and the buzz in that one. So here we go, we're just mixing up that nice bit of 7-Up for you. That's like the citrus. It's a lemon lime flavor. Now I've got a simple syrup, blue curacao. So a blue curacao usually has an alcohol in it. This does not have any alcohol in it whatsoever. It's basically an orange sugar water. So I'm gonna put a couple of little dashes of that in there to give it a beautiful blue color. What you can see now, we've got a beautiful blue 7-Up. And what I've got here looks like grenadine. It's actually made by the same company, grenadine, but this is actually a strawberry syrup. You can use grenadine as well, it's just as delicious, but I got the strawberry syrup just so I want to use a little bit something extra special for the kiddo. Pour some of that in there. Give it a nice swirl, and your blue drink has turned purple. This is a fun little play on a Pokemon, the Gengar. It's a little mischievous, a little bit fun, and I think the kiddo's really gonna like it. Give it a sip, man. Tell me what you think.
It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. What does it taste like?
It's kind of Swedish soda.
Yeah, like a sweet soda?
Mm-hmm.
You get any of the strawberry flavor?
Yeah.
Yeah, and a little bit of orange?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. All right, well, I appreciate you guys joining me today. Thanks for hanging out with me and Critter over here. We enjoy having you. I enjoy making drinks with you. Give a like, drop a sub for me. I really appreciate that. It helps the channel go a long ways. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.